Thank you all for coming out today. Boy, it's a beautiful day. I think this is the third one of these that I've come out for. The last two, I had booths out here, and they were cold and rainy and windy, and man, it was miserable. And I was really impressed that people would come out on a day like that. I'm also impressed that they come out like today, because a lot of reasons to be out in the field on a beautiful day like today. So it's good to see you here. A couple nights ago, Thursday night, as a matter of fact, we had the opportunity to recognize 30 people who risked their lives to save 4 people from a downed plane crash on Ingram Street last June. Today we're going to recognize 5 more citizens who were involved in doing what needed to be done to protect and serve their communities in some other emergency situations. That's part of why we're here today. Also, we're going to recognize the efforts of 3 young students who are demonstrating their interest in disaster preparedness. We'll hear more about that here in a minute. But before we move to that point in the program, I want to talk a little bit about what this event today is about. There are 3 goals for today's event, according to the sponsors, North America Outdoor Institute and the Municipal Office of Emergency Management. One is improving the community's preparedness knowledge. And to that end, I think you're going to see all the different agencies out here. You have the opportunity today to learn what OEM does, the Office of Emergency Management, what your police and fire departments do, what the state and the federal agencies do. There's a lot of fire-related agencies here. All the bureaucrats are out today. And this is an opportunity for you to interact with them and find out what they do, and more importantly, what they can't do, because you're going to have to learn how to pick up those pieces, unfortunately. Another goal is increasing volunteerism in response and preparedness organizations and groups. So you see a lot of volunteer groups out here today. There are nonprofits, there are search and rescue type organizations here. We have youth groups. There are groups out there like Boy Scouts that do a lot of emergency preparedness type activities. This is your opportunity to see what some of those groups are, and hopefully to get interested in joining up with one of them. And if you're in those groups and agencies, it's your opportunity to recruit. And then finally, the other reason for being here is to encourage the community to get ready at home for home preparedness. We have minor incidents every day. You know how to handle those. You apply first aid at home, you take somebody to the doctor, you do those on your own. Sometimes we have emergencies. That's when you call 911. You need some help. And first responders come and they take over for you and they get things done. I want you to think about disasters today. Disasters is when the event is so big that the first responders can't get to you. In fact, the first responders themselves may be suffering from damaged equipment and facilities and their own injuries and missing people. So there's a reduced ability for emergency responders to get to people. That's when folks have to take care of themselves. That's the disaster that our previous speaker was referring to when his whole village was wiped out. So today you can find materials out here on what to do at your house, how to stockpile things, how to supplies and food and so forth, how to make evacuation routes out of your house, how to plan communications for your family so you can get rendezvous. And by getting better prepared as a community, that lessens the burden on the system during a time when it's crippled to serve. So that's all what we're about today. Alaska has a lot of potential disasters. The earthquake is the one that's on our minds most often. But we have winter coming. There will be winter storms. Those are always a threat. We have our issues pending possibly this winter or last winter as well, with the possibility of power outages due to natural gas issues. The city's going to be practicing that this fall, and I think the community is going to be involved in that in a big way. And we always have the potential of criminal activity that can impact our lives. Just night before last, a good portion of Spenard had to evacuate their homes while the SWAT team took care of a problem that lasted many, many hours. So do people have alternate places to go? Can you survive when the power is down, if the police department has to take down the lighting in an area, so forth? Those are things that everybody can be thinking about. And I don't want to forget the fact that today is September 11th, and that's something we might want to think about as we enjoy what the fair here has to offer. So with that, I will welcome you here. Thank you very much. I look forward to helping you and seeing the booths here help you and your families work together to meet these challenges. And if we meet them together, then the community will be in much better shape. So with that, I'll quit talking and I'll introduce Don Brantley, who will come up here and help us hand out awards to our distinguished guests.
All right, good morning. Thank you, Chief Mule. So my name is Don Brantley. I am the Community Preparedness Coordinator for the Office of Emergency Management, and it's my job to help residents prepare for emergencies so that when disaster strikes, our citizens will be prepared to keep themselves, their families, and their neighborhoods safe. They will be prepared to be heroes. One thing I've learned in my time with the Office of Emergency Management is that no community can be adequately prepared for or recover from an emergency without citizens who are prepared for the emergency and who are willing to take personal responsibility for the safety of themselves and others. So at the end of August, the Office of Emergency Management, Anchorage Public Libraries, and the North America Outdoor Institute sponsored a community-wide search for Anchorage's everyday heroes. Regular people who just in the course of their day see an emergency or a potential emergency and choose to take action. So today we're honoring 5 individuals selected either for their extraordinary volunteerism in emergency preparedness and response or heroic acts during emergency situations. Now, some of these acts of heroism occurred months or years ago, but these acts are obviously still inspiring people in 2010. And this just goes to show us that a single act of courage and selflessness can inspire people you may never meet for longer than you could possibly imagine. So first I would like to introduce Aaron Pescar. Aaron Pescar was nominated and selected as an everyday hero because of his exceptional efforts to help his community prepare for and respond to emergencies through volunteerism. Aaron volunteers with Volunteers in Police Service, helps keep his neighborhood safe by serving as a distinguished member of the Nunaka Valley Community Patrol, and has helped his neighborhood plan and prepare for disasters. Thank you very much, Aaron. All right, a big round of applause. Got that. Our next hero is Mr. Dean Paulson. December 10th, 2009, Dean spotted a burning house while driving home from church with his wife. Rather than only calling 911, they stopped to make sure no one was trapped inside. Dean threw a planter through the front window so that he could call out to check for anyone trapped inside. He then kicked the garage door in and entered the burning building to look for potential victims. Fortunately, the owners of the home were not there, and Dean was able to rescue a golden retriever who he brought out to safety. A round of applause for Dean Paulson. Thanks, Dean. Our next hero is not here today that I know of, Panna Jarusi. Haven't seen her today, but Panna Jarusi is the school nurse at Service High School. She stopped when she saw a truck crashed on the side of the road with its front end crushed into the cab. She thought the driver could not possibly have survived such a crash, but the driver, a student at Service High School, was still alive, but completely blue and not breathing. Panna used her CPR skills to get him breathing again and saved his life. Last and certainly not least, we have Araya Flowers and Zach Sabwana. Sabwana. In 2009, Araya and Zach were on a trail during their lunch break at Service High School when they heard terrible screams. The two ran toward the sounds and found a man repeatedly stabbing a young woman with a pocket knife. Zach shoved the attacker off of the victim while Araya called out to a passing skier for help. The three of them faced down the attacker and then helped the woman to safety. The young lady survived because of their heroic efforts. Thank you so much, Zach and Araya. Our community is a safer place because of people like the 5 of you, and I am honored to help recognize you for your incredible efforts. Our next and last set of awards are for the 3 winners of our first ever Emergency Preparedness Poster Contest. Students were asked to create a poster depicting an element of emergency preparedness. With these detailed instructions, it gave them a lot of creative freedom and resulted in some really fantastic posters. We received 92 poster submissions from children ranging in age from 5 to 11. All of the posters are on display in the library, and I would encourage you guys to go look because I guarantee they will make you smile. So a huge thanks to all of the schools who participated, the Boys and Girls Club and Campfire of Alaska, and a huge thanks goes to Wendy's of Alaska who donated a coupon for a free Frosty to every single student who participated in the poster contest. Posters were separated into age groups for judging, and members and representatives of the local Emergency Preparedness Committee and Safe and Sound Fair exhibitors were invited to vote on posters. And our third place poster was created by Danny Sayer. Is that right? Come on up, Danny. So Danny's going to hold up her poster for you. And this will be on display. You can see it better. It's absolutely beautiful, Danny. You made a wonderful poster. Thank you. Thanks, Danny. Go sit down. Our second place poster was created by Colin Kleckner from Campfire, Alaska and Denali, Montessori. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny's from Bear Valley. Come on up, Colin. All right, hold up your poster for everybody. You did a great stop, drop, and roll and a wildfire poster. Great job. And it was a big hit, Colin. Everybody really enjoyed your poster. Thank you. All right. And our first place poster was created by Reese Kalama, also from Bear Valley Elementary. Come on up, Reese. When I spoke to Reese's mother, she told me that Reese's driving motivation was the opportunity to meet Chief Mew. Well, he did it. He won the poster contest, first place. And everybody loved this poster. Everybody stopped and looked at it. It was wonderful. And we have 3,000 of these printed up to hand out today at the fair at the end of the obstacle course. So congratulations, Reese. What a great job. So thank you and congratulations to all our winners, and thank you to everyone who submitted a poster. They were all wonderful. A huge round of applause for our award winners today.
Yo, yo, yo.